I don't know about you, but my exhaust headers are looking pretty shoddy. So in this video, what I've done is I've bought 4 different types of cleaners and metal polishes. I'm going to do a bit of a comparison to make it easier for you guys to know which ones you should buy and which ones you shouldn't. If you're interested in seeing which cleaner takes my exhaust from this to this, then stick around and stay tuned. So in the intro I actually said that I had 4 cleaners. I've actually managed to find another one that I'd bought obviously years ago. So first of all, one that you'd have seen quite a lot of, just some Autosol metal polish. A lot of people use this. This is about £5–6 depending where you get it. For all of these I'll stick a link in the description below just so you can grab some. Second one, this is called Blue Job. Well, it's chrome polish, however, it works really well on metal as well. This is a powder. What you essentially do with this is you use an applicator pad or a cloth or something along those lines. You slightly moisten it and then you rub that on. It's going to take a bit of elbow grease to get it to work. Depending where you get this, is about £12 to £15 on most sites. Again, I'll put a link in the description below. Number 3 on the list, bit of Autoglen metal polish. I quite like Autoglen's products. I think they're quite good. Normally I use things like this for my car exhaust, things like that, and it does bring them up quite nicely, but again, it takes quite a lot of elbow grease. I think this is about sort of £9–10, depending where you get it from. I know some places do it cheaper, some places will overcharge because they're arseholes. Number 4, I've got to give a shout out to a channel called Motorrev. He is another motorcycle YouTuber, and he uploaded a video cleaning his VFR exhausts using this. This is just a Harpic 10X Power Plus Bleach. Essentially just use a brush, coat it on, and leave it for 5 minutes and then wash it off. Normally with this, if you just get the normal version, it's like £1 or £2 from most supermarkets. This one's the litre one, so it's like £4 or £5 off Amazon. Lastly is the expensive one. This is Autoglen. Now, I hadn't heard of this brand before. It comes with a spray top, so ease of use. I think this one's going to blow the rest out of the water. But I watched a video on YouTube where a guy essentially he sprayed this onto his headers, left it for 3 minutes, and then washed it off, and they looked absolutely amazing. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to section off parts of my exhaust. I'm going to split them all up, use each individual cleaner on them, and then let's see which one comes up the best. Autosol. Oh, little BJ. This is really awkward to write like this. Autoglen, Harpic, and Autoglen. So as you can see here, this bit's slightly shiny, so you can see this is where I've tried to clean it before. Not really had a great experience getting it up clean, but if you look up here, I mean, look at the state of these. They're just grimy, and then that obviously comes all the way down here. And it's just really, really grim all the way along. I mean, I know a green lane on this bike, but it's far from a shiny exhaust pipe. So up the top here, we're going to use the classic Autosol. Down here, we've got a lovely BJ. So we're going to use the Blue Job. Down here, we're going to use the Autoglen. Then coming around here, we've got the Harpic. Everyone knows what Harpic looks like. And we've got the Autoglen here. Also, slightly odd note, but if you buy crap masking tape or cheap masking tape, how horrendous is it? It is so crap. This is obviously just the masking tape I've used, and it's just like torn all the way round, and it's so crap. Like, you may as well not bother. So I've got some really manly coloured microfiber cloths. Don't worry, the other one's purple. And then we've got baby blue. Just an empty muck-off bottle that I've refilled with warm water. That's to rinse it off afterwards. I'll probably use a bit of time-lapse for the ones where I have to actually put in some manual labour. This is the Autosol, and as you can see, it's done a pretty good job. This has come up quite nice and silver. If you compare it to this, there's no shine at all. This is obviously very good. The only negative is I've been going for probably a couple of minutes now, and although it has come up quite clean, that's going to take a lot of effort to do the whole exhaust system. It's only the visible side of things as well. Like, so the back is obviously still grimy. That's up to you whether you think that's important or not. But getting up in here, like underneath all this stuff, and getting in any of these really small cracks and behind here is going to be really difficult. But I think Autosol's done quite a good job there. So let's get on to the slightly ruined BJ now, which is the blue job. I know the lighting's not amazing. It has taken a lot of this brown, I don't know whether this is oxidization or it's just the fact that it's been hot and then got dirty. So the blue job has taken off of that and it is very smooth, arguably smoother than the Autosol. However, I think the Autosol did a better job, don't you? What I've done with both of these is I've gone over with an initial pass, obviously scrubbed it, and then I've cleaned it, then done another pass with fresh stuff to try and make sure it actually gets to the surface rather than just taking off the top layer. I think the blue job has had more coverage and more effect over a larger space. However, the Autosol definitely got a better shine on it. Now I will say, like I said before, I've tried to pick relatively similar areas with there's no point in me doing a bit on this and going, oh look, it's better than this bit, because it will be, because I've already cleaned this. But arguably this Autoglen has got a bit of a task on its hand. So unfortunately, Autoglen, I think we have a loser so far. With a lot of Autoglen's products, I think they're designed to be used with a machine polisher or a machine in general. So I think if you were using this to clean your exhaust on a car and you had one of the drill bit rotary tools, this would probably do a good job. You can see it's starting to come through there, but it has done a good job of taking off the oxidization and it has left quite a nice shine on it. Whereas the other two are pretty dull finishes, but it hasn't done a great job. Bit of a shame, but we move on. So next in line, we've got the Harpic. I've got an old crappy detailing brush. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush this on. Look at all that toilet cleaning potential. You can already see, I don't know whether you can see that, that's already coming off. So as I did with the others, let's do another little coating. I'll just leave that for now. The Autoglen says don't leave for any more than 3 minutes, so I'm going to spray that on as well. Try not to get it on the same bit. Wait for a couple of seconds just for that to rinse off, and then I will give it another going over as well, just like I did with the others. It's been about 3 minutes, which is what the Autoglen says leave on for. Just rinse both of these off with some water. Now, well, you tell me. This is Harpic bleach for £2. This is Autoglen's, which cost £15 to £16. Which one do you think did a better job? I think I'm going to spend £1 from now on rather than 15. To be fair, if I agitate this, it is coming up quite nice. Let's use one of my lovely, delightful rags again. I mean, it's not bad, and it has taken that. I mean, you can see the grime that's coming off it. I have to say, the bleach has done a cracking job. Compared to that, I mean, I didn't have to agitate the bleach at all. I don't know whether it'll make any difference if I do. No. I think... well, I think that answers it, doesn't it? Editing Sam here. Since doing this video, I've done some research into the use of bleaches and things like that. I don't know whether this Harpic is actually a bleach because it says better than bleach on the side of it. Realistically, I think the use of bleach on the exhaust won't cause any harm. However, some of the normal bleaches have up to 9%, I think it was, hydrochloric acid. The Harpic one I use had less than 5%, so it's slightly better. So I think the problem comes from when you don't clean the bike properly afterwards, or you don't clean the exhaust properly afterwards. If you just spritz it down with water, you're still going to have some residue on the pipes. The residue of the bleach, or the hydrochloric acid that's in the bleach, is going to slowly eat into the metal of the pipes, and it's going to cause, I mean, at best, it's probably going to cause your pipes to tarnish. You'll see in a minute anyway, but the bleach wasn't the last product I used. But after I did that, I gave it a really good clean with with all of my soaps that I use anyway. So what I implore you to do is, if you are going to use a bleach, if you are going to use Harpic or whatever, make sure you give the pipe Make sure you give your pipes a bloody good clean. Just give it a really good clean afterwards and hopefully you won't have any issues. Anyway, back to me talking about stuff again. Enjoy! I'm going to do, purely for ease, and because this is in a spray bottle, I'm going to douse my entire exhaust with this, give it a bit of a rub down. The only thing that does worry me a little bit is the fact that if, for example, my exhaust rotted, I don't think it will, I really don't think it will, but if it did, and it's in direct correlation with buying this and applying this to it, you might get away with some form of like lawsuit. Whereas if you did that, they'll go, well, why are you putting bleach on your exhaust headers? So I don't know, just a thought. I'm gonna put you down because my arm's aching from doing all that rubbing. No more comments. I mean, look at that. I know they're still not perfect, but when you compare that to how, well, I mean, this is how it was before. And you can see the bits that I haven't managed to get to in here. But I mean, it is just, it's so much cleaner. So I wouldn't completely write off the Autoglen stuff. It is very expensive and I think the bleach is going to do a good enough job. The one thing I have been thinking about, I don't know whether you can see, but this section here, where I used the Autosol, is actually got a really nice shine to it. Compared to the rest of it that is quite, although it's a lot cleaner, it's this, well, you can just see there's a bright shine up here. I'm going to have my sump guard on here, so you probably won't see a lot of this anyway, but this bit is quite obvious on my bike. So what I'm going to do, after I've bleached it and cleaned it, I think I might go down with the Autosol, just to give this a really nice shine. I didn't want to end this video based on the fact that I just said, don't bother with anything else, the bleach is a good enough thing. The Autoglen has actually done quite a good job. I still wouldn't bother with the blue job. Maybe it's better for chrome. I still probably wouldn't bother with the Autoglen either, but using the Autoglens followed by the bleach and then maybe using the Autosol to polish it up afterwards, I think it's going to give me a really good result. I will carry on with this. I'm gonna put you on another time lapse in a minute. You're probably really bored of time lapses and probably the same music that I'm going to use over and over again. If you've made it to this point in the video, congratulations. If you fancy subscribing for more videos like this, please do. It does help out. If it's not your bag, if you can do us a solid and hit the like button, it just helps out the video and hopefully helps other people reach the channel. I'm going to carry on with this and I'll see you in the next one.